Okay, hi Tina. How are you doing today?
Hey, Courtney, I'm good.
So this is Tina from Dash Home Loans, and I've done quite a few transactions with her and refer most of my clients to her. So thought this would be a good time to talk to her about what's going on in the mortgage industry in light of everything else that's going on in the world.
What do you mean, Courtney? What everything else? I'm not familiar.
I don't know. It's normal that we're both sitting at home on a Tuesday.
Yes. Yes. I have
Chatting.
heard some sort of rumor about a virus or something going around. Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Yeah. It's a little scary out there, and we're not trying to make light of it. But it's also, you got to get a laugh in when you can.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
so Tina, what are you seeing right now what big questions are you getting right now from people like me?
The most questions I get right now, well, honestly, Courtney, a lot of them are all over the place, but what are rates doing is probably the biggest one. So if I may, I'll speak to that for a second.
Yep.
I wish I could tell you what rates are doing, but they are so volatile right now that they are changing. They change daily anyhow, but I've never seen a more volatile rate swing. So yesterday we had rates in the low threes. Last week we were at 5%. So we're talking about an almost 2% swing in a week. All that shows is that the markets don't know what the heck is going on. The good news that we're hearing is the Feds are going to plan on buying all U.S. Treasuries and mortgage-backed securities.
Nice.
And they plan on pumping a lot of money into that realm. They're also very committed to keeping rates low this year. And while the Fed funds rate doesn't necessarily reflect what mortgage rates are, there is a commitment to make sure that rates have maintained. And so I think what we're seeing right now is just a lot of volatility because the coronavirus is really kind of hitting us hard this last week and this week. But I think that pendulum, which has swung way to one side, is going to kind of stabilize. And I hope to see rates continue to be in the threes for months to come, potentially for the rest of the year.
That'd be great news. So
I would be happy.
I've been getting, I want to talk about new buyers, but first of all, I've been getting a lot of questions about refinancing. So what I've been telling them is rates are all over the place and to talk to people like you who can lock them in. What are you seeing?
Exactly that, actually. So a lot of banks will not take refinances now.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. The capacity that our industry has got maxed out in like a 2-week or not even, maybe a week period of time when rates really fell about 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
We took so many apps as an industry that we took more applications than we're even capable of handling. And that's why you also saw investors kind of raise their rates up significantly because they needed to turn off that faucet. What we're telling our clients is, hey, if you're a good refinance candidate, if you have a high rate and we can really help you, we need to go ahead and get your loan processed and just sort of sit and wait until capital markets opens up with a rate that makes it reasonable to refinance. So we've got a good pipeline of customers that we're just sort of simply waiting for a refinance opportunity. When rates hit a mark, we kind of have an okay with them that we're going to pull that trigger, get them locked in, and then we'll move from there. And as an industry and as a company with my parent company, Primary Residential, and with Dash Home Loans, what we're able to do is we already have a set amount of clients set up. And yesterday, for example, refinances were opened up to us for about an hour and a half. And we locked in a couple $1 million in clients that we could help really save some money.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's
it was
really
awesome. And I think we're going to see those opportunities continue where we have to be prepared for it. So you kind of have to do your due diligence up front, but then you're going to have the opportunity to lock in and get that loan moving through the process.
Well, and then the other scary question, and you might not know enough about this, is I've gotten a couple people on my sales team who do quite well, or clients of mine, but are, scared because they're in the service industry. And so they've been talking about forbearance and things just to get them through this. I lost you there. There you are. And what I
Sorry,
have said,
call came in.
what I've been doing is just recommending they talk to either their closing attorney and or their servicer, depending on the situation, and see if there's any help or alleviation they can get, because this is all new and we don't quite know what's going on.
Well, we're in unprecedented times. The first thing that I would say for any client to do, if they're having issues making their mortgage payment, is reach out to their servicer. So if Mr. Cooper is your servicer, or Wells Fargo is your servicer, like every single company has servicers with humans. And so every client that's in a situation where they don't know if they're going to be able to make their mortgage payment, go ahead and reach out before anything happens. Reach out and have communication. It is my feeling that the government is going to put some all-encompassing rules on how late payments are handled. Or
Yeah, they have to.
I think they're going to have to. Like, I don't have a direct line to the president, but my guess would be that because this is hitting an entire globe, the government is going to step in and make some allowances where like maybe previously they would not have.
Yeah,
So
I think they have to.
I think that's coming. Fannie and Freddie are already talking about how they're going to handle things like foreclosures. They actually extended, if you've been in foreclosure proceedings already, they're now extending that 60 days.
Oh, that's good.
So that has actually come out. And Fannie and Freddie are also discussing like what happens in the next 12 months rather, if you have issues making your mortgage payment. So it's already on the table. We just don't know exactly what the determinations are going to be.
And my feeling is this is something where it's going to be an ongoing dialogue with the two of us, just to keep people informed.
Yeah.
Because this is going to change week to week and day to day, and who knows what it'll look like.
Sometimes minute to minute.
Yeah, I'm scared to touch my phone every day. But the I still have clients that are out there looking for houses, and I'm sure you have clients that are out there looking for houses. So what are you telling people for if they're out there looking to do right now, besides what we've always done, talk to a lender and get pre-approved?
Well, I mean, I think it's really important to go through your finances, probably more now than ever. We are still talking about historically low rates. I have done this for 20 years and I was locking people in at 2.99% when the markets really dropped. So I've never done that in my entire career. Yes, there are going to be some issues with this coronavirus. Like we would be crazy not to recognize that that's going to be the case. But there also comes opportunity with every single negative thing. There's a silver lining somewhere in it. We just have to figure out what that silver lining is. For people that are going out right now house hunting, and we are actually getting quite a number of contracts in right now. There's still activity out there. I think you just have to be careful when you're on the house hunt. And then maybe give us a little time to see where markets are. And then once they drop to a great day, we lock them in right then. So yesterday, clients were getting 3.375 on a 30-year conforming loan.
Nice.
I got my first house at 8.75 and I paid 2 points for that. So like, I would much rather have bought a house at 3.375 with no points. That would have been a better situation for me.
Oh yeah, for all of us. And what I've been telling people is, even if you're scared to buy the house right now, but you think you want one in 6 months, because honestly, if we're all stuck in our houses for 2 more months, everyone's going to hate their house. This is a good time to go ahead and reach out and talk to you and start getting things together. Because
please, let's take a look at it. You may not even know what you can afford.
Right.
And that's our job. Our job is to really help inform people. We can't solve all the coronavirus fears or issues out there, but what we can do is really accurately and honestly communicate with people and let them know what their options are.
Yeah. And I think there's some really great ones for the right person out there. And for everyone else, we'll just keep looking until there are great ones.
I agree.
Well, anything else you want people to know right now?
I would just say keep your chin up.
Is there anything good you've been streaming? You always have good TV racks.
Jeff and I just watched this Netflix special called The Tiger King, and it was a series. And Courtney, I have never seen anything like this in my lifetime. I encourage everyone to spend time watching it. It was a long, drawn-out series, but it was so ridiculous and so preposterous. I couldn't help be like appalled and entertained at the same time.
I've heard good things about that. I rewatched a show I learned about from you, actually, the Dirty Girls.
Yeah.
And that one also made me laugh a lot recently. So
yeah, I'm not much of a TV watcher. I'm a book reader. So
yep.
I have also had the ability to like start knocking out some books that I have been sitting on. And I am a person that tries to always find silver linings. Before this quarantine, I was driving an hour and 20 minutes every morning to take my 6 kids to, when we had all of them, because we're a blended family, to take them to school. Oh. An hour and 20 minutes in bumper to bumper traffic.
Oh,
I've wondered why I've been in such a good mood. I think it's because I've not had to deal with traffic in a week and a half, and it's delightful.
It's nice. It's lovely.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. Well, I've been talking with some people about starting a virtual book club, so maybe I'll pull you in on that.
I was too. Yes, I'm in.
Okay.
Let me know what book we're on.
Okay, I will.
Okay. Thanks for the call.
Talk to you later. Bye.
All right. Take care. Bye.